Hello everyone and welcome back to the best investing podcast in the world. Today I bring you my Chegg Q4 2024 earnings digest, and my main takeaway is that Chegg continues to display signs of a potential turnaround. Priced at just 0.17 times sales, if they do manage to turn the company back around, there's quite a bit of upside ahead. Namely, the top sign that the company continues to turn around relatively successfully is that global retention rate is up considerably since Q2 2024, suggesting a newly found relevance in the marketplace. Let's get deep into it. Chegg's traffic continues to plummet and is now down 49% year over year as a result of Google answering student questions in situ instead of redirecting traffic to Chegg as they have been doing for the past decade before this whole lot of AI innovations came along. This disruption at the top of the funnel is the main driver of Chegg's quickly worsening financials. Revenue declined 24% year over year in Q4 2024, coming in at $143.5 million. As you can see in the graph below, net income, which is the blue line, and cash from operations, which is the purple line, exhibit similar weakness. As a growing volume of students opt to ask questions to general LLMs instead of asking Chegg, Chegg's subscriber base has also declined 21% year over year to 3.6 million subscribers. However, I see above zero odds of a turnaround, and the number of subscribers is still higher than in early 2020. The declining nature of the business is now likely priced in to the stock price. Nonetheless, with the stock trading at just 0.17 times sales, indeed, Chegg could evolve to be an asymmetric pick if they manage to get back on track. Chegg is now focused on leveraging its proprietary data to bring AI tools to students that are more accurate and personalized than generic LLMs. In this sense, Chegg's proprietary dataset could prove to be a long-term structural advantage over generic AI model companies. The future likely involves training specialized models by infusing generalized models with proprietary data via RAGs, which stands for Retrieval Augmented Generation Methods, essentially, as I explain in my MongoDB deep dive video. In the Q4 2024 earnings call, Chegg management claims that they have successfully combined proprietary models with third-party ones, thus delivering more value to students than general models do alone. They claim to have built an AI model agnostic infrastructure that enables them to incorporate any frontier model, which happens to maximize value delivered to end customers. As a result, and according to management, Chegg students now allegedly enjoy a highly personalized and differentiated learning experience. See CEO Nathan Schultz's remarks during the Q4 2024 earnings call.
On the product, we have significantly advanced and differentiated Chegg's AI-powered question and answer experience. At the front end, we have simplified the question submission process and allowed for more natural inputs and interaction. Learners now instantly receive step-by-step explanation and reinforcement, adaptive and personalized based on their individual strengths and weaknesses.
While it's hard to truly gauge how much value Chegg subscribers derive from these advancements, global retention is up noticeably quarter over quarter. Global retention came in at 82.3% in Q4 2024, up from 81.8% in the previous quarter. This is a considerable increase from the 78.5% retention in Q2 2024 when Nathan Schultz first became CEO. As you can see in the graph on the screen now, this trend is rather appealing and I believe is likely indicative of increased student satisfaction and product differentiation. Further, as far as I can see in Chegg's public filings, Chegg wasn't disclosing retention rates until Schultz's appointment in Q2 2025. Total questions asked on the platform were up 78% year over year by the end of Q3 2024. At the end of 2024, questions asked were up 66% versus 2023, which implies a little bit of a deceleration. However, the overall trend is appealing and I view it as further evidence of the potentially rising relevance of Chegg's service, although I'm currently not sure. However, in combination, the rising retention and number of questions asked on the platform paint an interesting picture. Another sign of Chegg's business evolving in the right direction is the rising operating leverage. I consider gross profit divided by ARPU, average revenue per user, as a good indicator of the latter, because if it goes up, it means Chegg is able to bring in more money by charging less. This metric is up from 2.77 to 3.3 1.3 quarter over quarter, while ARPU has decreased from $33.6 to $31.3 in the same period. The evolution of this metric is also likely indicative of the business operating in a far more automated manner quarter over quarter. This also serves as tentative evidence of management's claims regarding advancements on the product side, especially regarding the AI models. Here's what CFO David Longo said about this during the last earnings call.
Our model ends up being super efficient in terms of the gross margin and falling directly to the bottom line. So our overall, if we added an incremental $1 million worth of sales, I think we're dropping, $900K of that to the bottom line. It's super efficient in that sense.
On its own, this kind of operating leverage is an interesting property for a business to have. It adds further potential asymmetry to the thesis should they eventually figure things out. Further, management announced a series of interesting features in the Q3 2024 earnings call, which you can go back and look at my original Chegg deep dive video to learn more about those. Unfortunately, they have provided no specific update on the evolution of the engagement around said tools. Additionally, in the Q4 2024 call, they announced two new features. One, a solution called Solution Scout, and secondly, a personalized practice and answer exam experience. The former is meant to fix the problem of students having to triangulate between various LLMs in order to retrieve accurate information. The latter is self-explanatory. While we have no information from management about how students are engaging with these features beyond the aforementioned retention rate, my impression is Chegg is moving towards genuine customer centricity. The CEO talks about features that solve real student problems in a way that comes across as coherent. It resonates along the same frequency of the rising retention rates, which continues to paint an attractive picture for me. Here's an example of Nathan Schultz's customer centricity from the Q4 2024 earnings call.
Solution Scout allows students to see side-by-side answers from multiple LLMs along Chegg solutions. But what's most important is that Chegg, through our proprietary technology, can compare and contrast the solutions, providing students a massive time save and value, and our early indications are very positive.
On a similar note, Chegg seems to have now gained traction in the enterprise market. On average, in the US, 40% of students fail to graduate, and according to Schultz, this is a considerable pain point for schools. According to Schultz, enterprise revenue is up 45% year over year as they have onboarded customers like Total Energy and Carrefour. Additionally, Schultz expects to add 35 enterprise customers by the end of 2025. On top of the aforementioned rising retention, this is also an interesting dynamic. Here's what Schultz said about this during the Q4 2024 earnings call.
We're continuing to expand our business institution pilot program, which began in late 2024. With 5 pilot programs active, we hope to work with approximately 35 additional institutions by the end of the year. There's a tremendous opportunity to support a broader range of students in achieving their academic goals and increase persistence in graduation rates, which is a major issue in higher education today.
Meanwhile, free cash flow came in at just $4.8 million, despite having paid $25 million in cash outlays during the quarter. Although I welcome the positive free cash flow, both cash from operations and free cash flow are actually declining fast. At the moment, I have no visibility into when this dynamic could stabilize. Therefore, for now, I continue to study the company quarterly, and I have no plans to invest in it. Thank you very much for joining me today. As always, if you got value out of this video, could I please ask you to share this with one friend? These deep dives are for free, and so the only way this grows is with your help. Thank you very much, take care, and until next time.